Welcome to the new Camtasia Studio. We encourage you to watch and play with this Getting Started project video to learn some of the most important concepts of using the editor. If you want more in-depth tutorials that will walk you through the entire process of recording, editing, and sharing your videos, then please watch the Getting Started tutorials using this link under the Help menu. The editor is divided up into three main areas: the clip bin, the timeline, and the canvas. The canvas is where you see your video during playback and can move, resize, and reposition all media however you want. The timeline is where you assemble and edit your video. At the top of the timeline, tick marks represent time in terms of minutes and seconds. When building a video, you'll work in a horizontal manner, beginning from the left and moving sequentially through time toward the right. The tracks are layered on top of each other, so media you add on higher tracks is viewed on top of media on lower tracks in the canvas. For example, this callout is placed on top of the video track on the timeline, and therefore is on top of the screen video on the canvas. If I drag the video track on top of the callout on the timeline, the callout is now hidden behind the video on the canvas. Use the zoom slider to magnify the view of the timeline. This is very helpful when making precise cuts and selections, like removing ums in your audio.
There are lots of ways
new media can be dragged and dropped on an existing track, or a new track is automatically created when media is dropped at this location at the top of the timeline.
They compel you to act.
To change the position of a clip on the timeline, just drag it. To change the duration of a clip, drag the edges in either direction.
Make you think about the world in a new way.
An important part of the timeline is the playhead. To view your video, click play. Notice how the video and the timeline's playhead stay in sync.
You've succeeded.
Click anywhere along the timeline and the playhead moves to that point. To remove a portion of your video, make a selection with the green in point and red out point.
See what he remembers.
Then click the cut button. If you don't want media cut on a specific track, just click the lock icon. If you make a mistake while editing, press Ctrl-Z on the keyboard to undo, or choose Edit Undo.
They say I'm losing my mind.
Double-click the playhead to deselect.
I don't miss it.
Next, we'll look at the clip bin in the library. The clip bin holds recordings, audio files, images, and title slides being used in the project you're currently working on. The library stores video clips, intros, callouts, title slides, and other media assets you want to use from project to project. It is pre-populated with professional content you can use in your videos. You can download more media from our website by clicking this link. You'll find a lot more music, callouts, and animated titles to use in your projects, and it's all free. Once you find something you like this callout for example, just drag it to a track on the timeline and resize and reposition it as needed. Double-click the callout on the canvas to open the Callouts tab and edit the text, or change any of the text properties like color or size. You can find a number of other callouts to use in your projects by expanding the Shapes menu. You've probably noticed the video zooming in and out at times. For example, here when it's zooming into the timeline. To learn more about adding and customizing zoom and pan animations to your video, check out the other Getting Started tutorials on our website. We've talked about some of the tabs already, but be sure to explore the others for adding and editing special effects. If they don't all show up as tabs, click on the More tab to explore others, like the speech-to-text capabilities and captions, and the improved quizzing. Also, transitions can now be dragged directly to the timeline and added on top of clips. So we've shown a few ways you can navigate and edit your video, but how do you get content into your video? To make a new screen recording, click the Record the Screen button. If you already have an audio or video recording you'd like to use, click the Import Media button. When you're done with your video project, you'll need to click the Produce and Share button to create a shareable video. Expand this menu to see a variety of presets. We have a new video player that plays back your MP4 video and includes other interactive features like table of contents, closed captions, quizzes, and even hotspots. These
what
features
makes
are
it
available when
seem
hosting your video on
Can you see how it makes it seem
TechSmithScreencast.com
like we've come to
or
the
the
end of
video and
something?
player on
Do
your
you see
own
how
web
they seem to
server.
close one door
This player
and
provides
hint
playback
at
on
another
multiple
door?
devices with just
The
one
next time you
video,
read,
whether
pay
it's a
attention to
phone,
the end.
tablet,
What's happening?
laptop, or
How can you
desktop
tell
computer.
it's the end?
Well, it's time for
As
you to try
all these
Camtasia Studio
examples
for
show,
yourself,
there are
using the
many
content on the
ways to end
timeline,
a paper,
or better
but
yet,
in
create
each
your own.
case, a good
We have lots of free
conclusion
tutorials
is
on our
like the
website, and I
last
recommend you
drop
begin with the
of your
Getting
hot
Started
drink.
series.
You know it's over.
Also, the
and you
help
enjoy
file
every
inside
bit of
Camtasia
it.
Studio
It might
tells you
not
how to use
taste
each of the
that much
Camtasia
different
Studio
from the
features
rest
and
of the drink,
applications.
but you can see the bottom
One
of the
last
cup.
thing.
And
If you
when
ever
it's
want to
over,
open
you
this
say,
Getting Started project
"Yeah,
again to
that's
view
right.
or practice with,
I'll remember
use this link here.
for a while.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy
As
Camtasia
always,
Studio.
purpose and audience will affect your conclusion. Your professor might expect a fairly traditional sort of conclusion. If she does, remember, timed writing assignments seldom let you do more than restate your thesis and maybe a few of the main ideas. 3 to 5 page papers might require the same thing, but also try to give a sense of finality and use revision to make sure you have an energetic ending. For a term paper, one paragraph might not be enough. You might need several paragraphs or even a whole section called conclusion. No matter what, make it energetic and make me remember what I've read. End on a high note, not like a deflating balloon. Good luck.